This is Tesser. The arousal that the Eibishter provides to affect Shalom, now to arouse this revelation which is intense and this powerful flow. With different light of the Eibishter, Lasa Shalom, to make peace, and this which we discussed earlier. It involves an arousal from below. What is the arousal from below? So the act of charity and flowing life and grace and kindness and compassion. The man, the lazy to somebody who has none of his own. To sustain the life of the downtrodden and the impoverished. When we give tzedakah, it reciprocates a tzedakah from the Eibush, and reveals the Eibush mitzvah harachmanas, mitzvah teferes, shem havaya, which is eisa shalom b'mreimus. This is what the Gemara says, al eisik b'teira lishma. The Vali goes on to talk about Teda. He's going to get back to tzedakah on the next page, because Teda has a similarity to tzedakah on this prat, that it makes shalom. Right? Teda is called oiz, which means it has the power of concentrating believable into gvul, and it's also called teshiyah, it's also called shalom. Right? Of a person who's Teda for the sake of the Teda itself, makes him shalom. He brings peace. Pamal yeshal in the heavenly entourage, upon shamatan on the earthly entourage. There's a whole bunch of malachim. They're called the pamalya. Each one are individual, and the midas hatiferes, which is neseiros, the limud hateres, eisa shalom b'mreimus. And he explains. Pamalya shalmayla. What is the heavenly entourage? Hey masarim v'midas. Now the officers midas the nesham the malachim b'riyah, and midas could be the spheres of atzilus v'adayin tzarachir. That's what malya shalmayla. Shnei chol leisal yein ve'el mabiyah shabazera kadosh, the supernal chambers of the b'riyah which written in Zayir and so forth. Pamalya shalmata. What is the earthly entourage? Hey my chol in the lower chambers, where there's ruchniistic, malachim and so on. And especially Elam Hazeh, this lowly world. Hama'ur of Tei Vara, which is a mixture of good and evil. And when did it become mixed with evil? Mechet Adam Rishon, from the original sin of Adam and Chava. So Dalter Rebbe, that when a person gives tzedakah, a person learns Teda, he makes shalom. Okay? And he says like this: without the learning of Teda, Vara Shelet Alatev, the evil rules over the good. Which comes from the pasuk says that Shashalat Adam Ba'Adam Larale. The Eibishter makes one man, which means Adam Elyon, rule over other man, which means Adam Tachton because of our Avedas. And when one nation wins, the other nation is losing. In other words, when the Esav is winning, Yaakov Avinu was losing. As we see down here in this lowly world, which is also called Elam Katan. Shalapa'amim Matev gave us something good is stronger. Lapa'amim it's something. Sometimes it's the opposite. Something the evil it dominates. Okay, so Eibishter made a world that Malish al Mata there's Tevin Ra. There's not going to be real peace in the world. Days catch till the end of time. That when the end of time comes, she is evil is going to be separated from good. To attach to the root and its source. Days catch till the end of time, she is God, but the good is going to overpower the evil. Included in the Eibishter. Mekeir hachayim baruch hu, the root of all life for everything that exists. So then, Yispar, and all doers of evil are going to be dispersed. But not Hashem is going to remove the spiritual cleanness from the earth. Kishi is bad, and he's going to bring clarity. Top of Kuvit Chasam and Aleph now. Miteiche from this world, the good which gives it life. Says the Alter Rebbe, Shalom Abamalya Shalmata means that the world as we see it as an entanglement, the world as we see it as a confusion of good and evil, and Shalom Maya Shalmata is achieved through Limud HaTeira, which makes it clear and the evil goes away. Through this clarity, to reveal godliness down here, through a great radiation, an intense flow of life, which because of what the Apostle says, the world is going to be filled with the knowledge of the Eibishter. Again, when the world of the Eibishter is going to be revealed. Right? So when Mashiach comes, godliness is going to be revealed all over. So Shalom B'Maya Shalmata, the Pashtus means when Mashiach comes, there's going to be peace in the world. Continues the Rebbe, he says, by people, when Mashiach comes, not now. By peace and people. So the Chol Eis Mitzvah, any special time, which is Zut Fil, the time of davening. Other fixed times which he sets aside to be alone, with his maker. According to his deeds. It's possible a person should be to a similar type of this birur We're learning Teda Lishma. First, Alter Rebbe is saying in this bracket that Teda makes Shalom. Right now, there's an entanglement and a confusion, and Teda makes Shalom. Says Alter Rebbe, V'chein Adei Tzedakah. The same is true. Tzedakah also makes Shalom. Which goes with the pasuk says, the Gemara said, we had this in the Gersa Kedesh Chesed at the beginning. He gave tzedakah, then he davened. It's written, I want to see your face, I want to experience the Ruach HaKodesh, I have to give tzedakah. He begins Gilui ha'ara v'hashpa'as hadas v'advuna. By the Yidden giving tzedakah, they make themselves keli for shalom, right? Which is a revelation of light and knowledge and understanding. There's Beinim Agos of the Shem to think about the greatness of the Eibishter. Well, the Heilim is to give birth from this with the Chilu Rachimu Sichlim Kenei, the intellectual emotions and so forth. In other words, when a person thinks about the Eibishter during davening, he develops love for the Eibishter. So the key is not the davening, the key is the tzedakah, right? Just like Teda makes shalom, tzedakah also makes shalom. By days and through this, niver atev la'avai, the good becomes separate for the Eibishter, v'nifar that it's separate me'araf of the evil, which what the pasuk says. Mitzaref la'kesef, Hashem refines silver. V'kur la'zav, and also means he refines gold. Ish lafi mahalei, each person according to his praise, that's how he's refined. Pirush. Lefihi luliyas of Hashem, based on how one praises the Eibishter. Ve'emek hadash, from the depth of his knowledge. The halo to give birth to the chilu rachimu, to yav, fear and love. Kacha nivere. Similarly, our aveda within ourselves of developing Ahavas Hashem, and Yiras Hashem affects the world around us. Nivre Ratev, the good is clarified. Nifra Dara, the evil is separated. Kebiru, Upiru, Hasigim, Mekas, like the removal of the clarity brought into the little shmutz, which is the silver, the Zahav and the gold, the Mitzaref and the refinery for silver, the cord and the refinery for gold. What's Alter Rebbe adding now? That even though the Eibush made a world with good and evil, and the Eibush is Eitz Shalom B'Meimav, we can be Eitz Shalom B'Meimav down here, Shalom of Maya Shalmata, either through Teda or through Tzedakah. Even though this world has a lot of evil, we can fix it through Teda and Tzedakah.